Hi, I'm Daniel Major, aka Guy Fawkes Retro, and welcome to the Games You Loved YouTube channel. Now then, ninjas. From the early home systems of the 1980s to the modern era, to the cinemas in front rooms of our homes watching VHS and DVDs, we've all had a fascination with ninjas. Sneaky stealth-like martial arts experts with throwy stuff and swords have had a good run within popular culture. From films like American Ninja, although the film was absolutely awful, to Beverly Hills Ninja, which is the best ninja film ever made. Our love for ninjas in films has also been equally adored in gaming. Great games such as The Last Ninja, The Ninja on the SEGA Master System, Shinobi and Ninja Golf. Wait, what? Yeah, Ninja Golf on the Atari 7800. That was a real game. The box art for the game is even better. So look that one up. Very ninja-y and stuff with golf. One of the more well-known ninja franchises over the years is Ninja Gaiden. My god, I hope I said that properly. Gaiden, Gideon, Ninja Gideon. Anyway, the game's appeared on many different systems over the years, but its first foray into the world of gaming and most popular was on the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, or NES, or NES, or however you pronounce it, depending on where you're from, I guess. One of the lesser known versions of the game can be found on the mighty SEGA Master System. Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Ryukyu, yep, that one too, in Japan and sometimes Shadow Warriors in Europe, ninja being an offensive word, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles and all that, was also an extremely good game for the PC Engine. But forget 1988, it's 1992 that we should be celebrating, because that's when it came out on the SEGA Master System. Hooray! Well into 1992, the Mega Drive was alive and kicking, battling it out with the SNES and other 16-bit monsters of the era. No say in any of this. However, frames of weight behind pretty much a defunct machine may seem ridiculous by today's standards, but Sega had a good reason. Because it's Sega, and they were awesome, weren't they? Yes, they were. The Master System was still an active seller across Europe, with various bundles advertised and the Master System 2 selling extremely well. Sega took the unusual approach of creating some exceedingly sublime titles for the system. We even got a full-on 8-bit version of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. When I say full-on, I really mean full-on. Like with music that scrambles your brains and visuals that led to most gamers over the age of 30 who played this now having to use glasses. Ninja Gaiden adds a somewhat different taste to the Master System's library, releasing a game that's already been on various systems including Sega's own portable car battery, the Game Gear, was a very risky undertaking. Not paying any attention to Tecmo's original formula, Sega elected to go with developer Sims, and it very clearly paid off. The game opens with a story of murder and destruction, all played out in 8-bit visual postcards. It portrays our hero Ryu on some kind of trip, as ninjas do, like a ninja holiday, or something ninja-y like that. Whilst he's away, he receives a letter explaining that the evil Shogun of Darkness has attacked his village, slaughtering everyone, pretty much like every ninja game or film ever. Ouch. Naturally, Ryu rushes home to find only one survivor, as you do. The survivor, gruesomely depicted in 8-bit form, explains to Ryu that the scroll of Bushido has been stolen and he must retrieve it. This is real, did I write this? The survivor dies and Ryu leaves the village in search of revenge. Now then, interestingly and yet smothered in intrigue, there are two versions of the game. The first version, and the most common apparently, tells the story at the beginning of the game through the narrative of Ryu himself. The second, least common version of the opening sequence explains the plot but in less detail. Strange circumstances indeed. That's a story for another time, I think, when I've not had a drink and I can do this properly. From the start, Ninja Gaiden flows into the action beautifully. If ever a game was more designed to fit the palm blistering masterpad, it was this. Absolute consideration has been taken into account with regards to ergonomically making the player feel right at home. As close as it is possibly accurate to get near perfect response for the second you tilt the directional pad southwest, northeast and slamming buttons 1 and 2, the game receives the orders straight to screen exceptionally fast, like really fast. Mechanically, the game doesn't deter from the concept. It's a ninja hack and slash platform game, nothing new here. However, it's the fundamentalist approach to how the game should play that sets it apart from most other Master System titles. Instead of the basic wall climbing techniques seen in previous outings, Ryu has the ability to carry out wall jumping, allowing for very in-depth level design and exploration. Special attacks are much smoother in response too. Pressing the directional button up and using the attack button allows for some deadly moves. Nice. With the inclusion of wall-to-wall jumping, the ability to attack foes in trees or high places is extremely fun, like gummy bears, or something as fun as gummy bears. Countering or dodging the foe's attack while slashing him in the head has its moments. The game credits you with timing and skill with a merit of fulfillment each time you reach another high point. Striking from above has its flaws, usually in the shape of landing on a bed of razor-sharp conveniently placed bamboo sticks, propelling you 6 feet back in the air and screaming. Scrolls are collected for extra power-ups and are usually found high up in the trees or buildings. Hidden passages and crevices are hard to spot, but are a useful ally against hooded foes and contain those extra important power-ups. Power-ups consist of diagonal fireballs that help you defeat tandem attacks and ninja foes popping out of the ground. The game itself is set out in chapters, telling the story of politics and betrayal. Nice. Now, naturally, you are not bound to the jungle and other more interesting levels do appear. Ice and snow, city landscapes, flowing waterfalls and caves are to name the best. Each level has its own end boss, followed by a cutscene that sets up the story impeccably. Visually, this game is astonishing. It's a testament to 8-bit coding and an ode to what can be done with interactive software when designers learn to harness the true capabilities of a machine. Our protagonist himself is extremely detailed in every movement, from running and spinning jumps to the incredibly detailed scarf blown around his neck. The detail is in every step of the way. The leaves on the tree actually move. They blow in the wind on a SEGA Master System. Absolute heresy. It's all hard to believe that this is all happening on an 8-bit cartridge. The music from Takashi Horiguchi is intensely addictive too, giving full dramatic effect to each situation encountered. It can be forgiven that some of the later levels aren't as polished as the previous, and sometimes the over-the-top action can be cumbersome on the eyes. But this diverts attention from some minor indiscrimination in level design. This game is a true testament not only to those who worked on the machine and its games, but to the many Master System die-hard fans that still owned and played the system. Now then, I'm off to play a round of Ninja Golf. Thank God that's over. I'm Daniel Major, aka Guy Fawkes Retro, and this has been a blast, I think. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Laters. Is it over? Thank God. I'm not doing that again. I think the cat is pissed on my Master System.